Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 3 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're going to pick things up where we left off with a rather bankrupt empire. We just claimed Crookback Mountain and the Mount Greyhag, both from the rats. We're busy, I guess, driving down their corruption as much as we can, but due to events and their own local armies nearby, we are, I guess, being stalled out by that. We have no gold, but Mount Greyhag has itself a high-quality assembly line for us to get at some point, which will be awesome for our armaments output and production. But we will have to get to that in due time. First, we'll go ahead and pass out the last point to Drazhoath. I accidentally, before recording, clicked off the button on replenish troops and clicked out of him, so while just kind of scouting around, replenish troops is what Gorduz is going to be rolling with. For Drazhoath himself, I am tempted just to grab the extra replenishment because there are rats nearby, but Tyrant will give us more post-battle loot and labor gained, so I think that's definitely going to be our first thing we max out there. Perfect. Alright. Well, we have a lord that's not moved, and that is going to be Kevin, who has been renamed to the Ironbeard. So Kevin Ironbeard is going to be holding the Black Fortress with his army of laborers. For now, they're just kind of acting as scouts. Our convoys are hanging out. We don't have anything really to send because we're about out of armaments and treasury. We are going to need those armaments to actually throw in the elite buildings here in the Black Fortress once it does upgrade. We will spend some labor to rush this construction here in a moment, but we will need those armaments if we want any kind of new actual elite soldiers, like the lava fields or the demon smithy, to actually give us some demon smith and more research rate. I'm tempted to go for the ironworks first, just to grab our artillery pieces. Kadai we don't get until tier 2, which is going to cost 750 armaments. So I think we'll actually go ahead and start off with the war machines. Get those guys rolling out, adding some extra oomph to our armies there. We've got 1,500 labor. So instead of spending some to immediately rush this construction, because we can pretty quickly get that done, we would just drop us down to probably 800, 600 labor. We are going to instead go ahead and sell some labor off for some gold. We would like to be using the sacrifices to Tsar Negron as much as we can, just to keep that conclave influence flowing. Looks like none of our rival Chaos Dwarfs have actually stuck any seats in here just yet, so the Tower of Tsar remains very lonely at the moment. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and send those slaves on over to be sold on away. We need the gold. And over here in Mount Greyhag, I'm not going to build any buildings because Treach and Hellkeek are right here, and I'm not sure if he can actually reach this settlement outside of March Stance. But once we can, I will happily go on in here and throw in the money pit. That way we can gain some actual gold from battles. And I mean, I guess we could throw this in here, spend some labor, although there is no labor over here in this side of the area. We will... we don't really want to accept any new labor yet, do we? Interesting. Okay, we'll throw the money pit out then. We'll skip over here as well. We'll kind of save a bit of gold, and then we'll go ahead and see what the rats try. Bring it on, Treach. Yep, Glen Rictus was able to make it on over to Mount Greyhag. An interesting decision, since they're not probably going to get much gold out of this at all. It's just kind of a revenge attack. Bring it on, bud. Glad we chose to build nothing there. And a sticky situation. An exceptionally stupid goblin laborer, likely discontented with his meager lot in life, has slipped and fallen into the machinery upon which he was working. This had temporarily slowed down the production while his entrails are unwound and the mess is cleaned away by his peers. Such a thing threatens to halt production entirely. What steps will we take? Throw more bodies at the problem and lose a lot of control? Or invest in safety equipment? By limiting the movements of our laborers, we should be able to stop this sort of thing from happening in the future. Man, that drop to control is going to be rough because we're going to lose a lot of laborers. But we could gain some more through rebellion. So you know what? This is going to be a bit of a gamble because we need to bring down Treach quick. But let's throw more bodies at the problem. They'll be fine. They sacked the settlement, stole some gold. They shall pay for that with their lives. A high-velocity bullet at close range can damage the mind, shattering the skull, shredding the brain, and severing little rat spines. And I think we should get right to doing that. Luktaz the Bronze, we will give you your Warmatic so you can actually dig in a little faster. Giving you more range for those explosive rounds is going to be great. And Drazhoath, I think we want to come over and attack Hellkeek first. Eliminate that army as quickly as we can, and then we can rotate to deal with Treach and his stronger force afterwards. Charge on in over here after Hellkeek. Don't run away, coward. Your time is now. Turns and runs. Look at that. Skaven bravery. You sacked my settlement and you're just gonna run? Is Treach gonna run too? Are you joking? Oh yeah, you can make it all the way back. Man, that is a long ways. Alright, then we're gonna take our revenge out on Hellkeek then. You shouldn't have run that far, fool. It's a longer... He's got some legs on him. We would have a decisive victory with medium casualties. I don't like medium casualties so much. That makes me frown. Yeah, this looks like a pretty even and equal battlefield with lots of water off on this side and some in the middle here. Plenty of opportunities to crush some rats. Let's go get us some more workers. Right then, we'll start deployment and we'll just assume the rats have access to the full suite of summons there. So they've got probably 6 of them total. Let's grab the cutthroats. Grab the deadly boys. I think we want to put them kind of closer together than normal this time. Had them hold that entire line. Meanwhile, all of our hobgoblins, they shall be proving themselves how best they are. We'll bring these guys. Whoop, this one here. Excuse me. This one here, over here. Drag them more together than they were currently. There we go. We'll move everyone forward so they can actually start firing on those rats sooner rather than later. All of our ranged units all together. Let's have the Kadai fitting this flank here. We will have our Castellan holding this flank next to this oil derrick. And then we'll have Gordez rolling with him. Drazhoath in the center. Let's pull those archers back just a little bit there so they can actually get... These reinforcements matter so little to me. Get over there. Out of my way. Let the sneaky gates up front. Perfect. These 3 hobgoblin units up front. Try to keep our Dawizar as safe as we can, since Gordez is going to give these Grom's boys as much healing as he can with all that replenishment. He gives them extra. We'll have 2 hobgoblins in the back. Charge anyone that does summon themselves in from the ground there. And then make sure we know what kind of mage this fool is. Hiding. If he is one of the lightning mages, it'll be a bit of a problem. The ruin mage. Dawizar will keep them in the back. Alright, infantry ready. And the elite boys also ready. That'll begin. Alright, let's definitely move up to take the high ground. Castellan and the boy, let's drag them forward. Drazhoath, you can pretty much just go straight at the enemy there. He is a Plague Gracier, so he'll do a lot of damage to our hobgoblins, but not to anyone else. Let's send these already weakened hobgoblins up. They'll be the ones that take the shots first. Castellan just kind of hang out here. Drazhoath start moving forward. Let's go ahead and drop that in onto these guys there. It'll be 3 nice vortices. Vortices, if you will. Oh, yeah. One splashing away in each unit. That's exactly right. Pull the sneaky gets on away. Ripping some shots as well. Drazhoath, we have no more magic. Let's just send him through the line if we can. Those archers are going to fill them with arrows. Sneaky gets come on this way. Charge on in. Into the goblins. Our lord is under attack, well, obviously, but I'm going to get in here and watch these guys fire their weapons, because that's what we're here for. Destroying them. Yeah, we need as many fire glaives as we can get access to. That is just guaranteed. Hobgoblins are moving in. Let's see if the sneaky gets back to actually engage. The rats be charging across the field. Little do they know, our castellan is well ready for them. Put things back into the actual fighting stance and then charge on in. Or does activate your crooked dice and your extra damage. Drazhoath. Just ignore everyone else here and just charge straight in after their lord there. The Groms boys. Move you guys up. Deal with these Skaven slave spears. Shotguns. We don't even need the Kadai. We'll bring them out and around. That's too much friendly fire opportunity. Just bring you up to the front. Right, that group of rats is gone. The Yets have gotten caught up in a lot of enemies there, so they're going to drag them away. And let these hobgoblins come on over and help. You three, start firing. Chuck in the flashbang on these guys here. Drazhoath, can you reach this fella? That would be lovely. We could overcast the vortices, send them out. Yeah, pretty excellent there on the damage. Let's keep moving. Give Gordas some damage resistance, and let's charge him after the Grey Seer there. Hurry, get him. All of those arrows should be pretty easily ripping into that group. Poison damage going down for the enemy there. Hobgoblins, let's pull them back so they're not getting shot in the back with shotguns. Chase the fool down. Luckily, Gordas is quite a bit faster than our lord there. Get some shots in. Oh, here's our next summon. I didn't see anything come on in. Eyesight being what it is. Get moving, boys. We lost several of our archers for no reason there. Castellan, keep ripping those grenade shots in. We have taken quite a bit of damage on our hobgoblins. They just do all the plague attacks there. Come on, Drazhoath, keep him bogged down. Let's drop everyone's weakness to fire. I guess or not. Yeah, make sure he can't go anywhere. Slow him down. Bring the boys on in. There we go. There's some proper damage. Give it a little whap, but he stuck the axe in the torch. Turned it into a great weapon, why not? None of them are going to escape due to the fact that they already ran away once, but we are going to do what we can to chase down as many of these guys as we can. Bring some rats back into the Empire. And the first army of Rictus meets its end. We gained 88 labor from the battle itself, which is a whole bunch, but we get to transport 452 back. Good old chop. Only issue with this now is I believe Treach can actually make it. No, he can't. Thank goodness. Alright, so we have the rat catcher now, so we shall gain extra leadership while fighting against Skaven. That's great for those already low loyalty units there that take a turn and run the second the battle is engaged, our laborers and such. So go in here to Gordas, and we'll give him his point into the Stabbiest, dropping upkeep even further for the Hobgoblin units and giving him a whole heap more experience. Would have been great to have that one before the battle, but such is the way. We shall go ahead and, wow, that's an expensive repair. Slowly repair itself over time. Well, I don't really want to fix that. I'd rather just throw in a money pit. We don't have any labor, so we'll go ahead and start accepting new labor here. We could move some over as well, but I don't want to have the drop to our control just yet. About 1,600 labor kind of flowing around. Spend it 600 of it pretty quickly to rush this construction. Actually, I think we will. Finish up the Black Fortress right away. Grease those cogs. And then we'll come on in and throw in. Building to get some proper military out. Man, the lava fields do sound nice for the great Tauruses there. Not exactly what Drazhoath would be using. And he himself rolls around on a Bale Taurus. I'd love to get some Iron Demons in here, though. Choo-choo trains of death it is. We could rush this construction as well. I just don't think that there's a whole lot of use in doing so. They're fixing up our raw materials output in this area. We need to get the Karoom in sooner rather than later, except for the problem is we don't really have any trade contracts right now, so we really wouldn't be making any more income. Instead, we may throw in a watchtower. Just to kind of fix control. Because our control is really, really suffering right now. Selling off some more labor or sacrificing it would give us a little bit more gold and or at least more conclave influence and drop our control penalties by a little bit there. What do we need the gold for is the question. We could upgrade the Hobgoblin barracks to the bivouacs. 15. I do actually think we want the control building to start kind of fixing things here. More income would also be nice. But I think we'll go for simply the guard tower. It's going to take 4 turns, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll work through it. The labor we're going to toss at Zardnagrund. Start working on our next tower. 800 positive. That's pretty all right. We do have to keep in mind that we will need a lot more workload coming up very soon, so we'll have to keep these guys maintained. We'll let construction go as normal for those guys. Come on in here and grab our next bit of technology. Varied training will increase how much rank we have and drop the recruitment cost. We would just need a bit of boiling blood, some armaments to actually start working on the Kadai. 250 for martial training, which would actually be pretty good. Start working for Ceaseless March for even more movement. Pandemic preparations gives us even more undivided corruption for certain buildings. Industrial security increases how much movement we get from those tower patrols. Unfortunate that you have to go through the caravan convoy section first, though. We have no ports, and we have no refinery buildings, so these buildings aren't going to be, or those researchers aren't going to be very useful. We may just go for these Hobgoblin Quartermasters then. Keep our Hobgoblin units upgraded even faster, give them as much buffs as we can, since we're going to have a lot of them for now. Yeah, we'll upgrade that. Some of these others aren't going to really benefit us until we hit these actual milestones, and we're not quite there yet. Awesome. I'd love to pull you out.
I don't think so.
I'd love to get some even more ground on him, because I don't know exactly what Treach is going to try. We know it's going to be sneaky. We'll leave Kevin here. We'll give you some archers. That's a lot you got to say there, bud. We're going to give you some archers and probably remove these orc laborers. They do have armor piercing, but they do cost more than I'm willing to pay. I would rather spend the gold on lads with flaming arrows. We'll spend some money, and we will pass the turn. I believe we'll pass the turn at least. I'd really like to get in some patrol routes over here, and in fact, we will go ahead and do that. The Hobgoblin bivouacs here, we're going to go ahead and delete just barracks, mustering camp, where they throw the feces at one another. We'll go ahead and throw in the patrol routes. And then that'll help us with our overall movement between everywhere. Just get the roads rolling, and that'll make things way easier to move around. Mineral surplus. One of the overseers tasked with managing production in our mines has come to us with news that, with the assistance of many now dead laborers, he's extracted twice the amount of mineral wealth that his quota had demanded. What should we do with his sudden windfall? We can bribe the leaders there. Getting 10 extra controller, have a great feast. Oh, no, we're definitely bribing the leaders. That's going to fix our control issues for 5 turns. Yes, please. Money for everyone. We repair this for cheaper. I don't want to spend any amount of money repairing Mount Grey Hag. That sounds like a waste. So Rictus is definitely only in that final settlement up there. Drazhoath is actually a pretty powerful Harak here. Hopefully we can get them to fight with Imrik. They don't like each other, but I don't think so. But Hellhind apparently wasn't on their good list either. Alright, let's get moving.
Move him.
Where do we want to take you from here, though? There's no telling where Treach went. He's most likely up here in Mount Silverspear. There's no telling where he actually went once he ran here. Walking into an ambush is a nightmare. What we'll do is come... We won't trespass on the overlords of Zarduk. We'll come in this direction. Let that replenishment keep rolling. I will go ahead and hold off on the repair of that building. Ooh, a caravan. How lovely. We do need some gold. Hello, good sir. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Hashut? Let me just make sure the Black Fortress can actually defend itself. Yeah, we're no problem. Well, before we declare war, let's see if we can make any deals.
Insanity has no place in the world.
Your weird mask has no place in the world. An insult. Bring her down. Sorry, Yuan Shenfu, you have brought us gold. And we shall claim it. The auto-resolve would give us a decisive victory here, but we haven't gotten to fight anymore today, and so let's take the battle to them. Kevin, your first battle. Make us proud. So we do have the bit of a nail-biter of waiting for our reinforcements to come on in. So we'll start deployment, and we'll prepare the laborers to fall in combat. What are you guys doing? Are they marching? Simulating marching along in a caravan? Fine by me, go ahead. Let's throw our laborers up front. Hobgoblins behind. Our Hashut sorcerer, and let's let this battle start. We'll pull the lads over as much as we can here. Yes, we can get surrounded, but we need to be next to our reinforcements. Let's get rolling. Happy to see that they are advancing towards me, though, because normally they'll wait for my reinforcements to come in, which is all the foolish. Extra spiky bits. They know it's a chaos, Derek. Pumping that oil. Or maybe they're not going to come attack me. Who knows? What you guys don't understand is we're charging up the Dreadquake as we speak, so if you want to just stand up there, great. These Empire soldiers kind of like a lemon lime color to them. Sprite sponsored lads. They're about to be sponsored by Band-Aid. And nukes. Lads moving so we can watch the nukes come in. Now don't spread out, just stand there. It is your time. Oh yes. Because of course. Oh, that's right. Your kneecaps are ours. And with that one hit, they lost a lot of soldiers. Almost 400. Well, I guess 300. Won't give ourselves more kills than we actually deserve there. Alright, guys. We're going to have you hold up in this position instead. A pretty awesome choke point, kind of a natural choke point that's formed. I don't mind losing some goblin laborers in battle, too, though. Gotta get some bloodshed on our side. Otherwise, they're being sacrificed to Hashut. 14 seconds. One of the jet fighters makes a move over the top. I'm gonna pause until these guys stop their formation flying, and I'll be right back. Right then, back on to it. Rather than have you guys have your ears exploded by jet fighters flying overhead. We're gonna move him forward just a bit there and start launching in some of our Hashut cinders, the Burning Wrath. Launch into those Jade Warriors there. Perfect. Now we have got the blunderbusses moving on forward. Put them in this position. Hobgoblins roll up on the side there. Actual frontline soldiers moving on in. And then the Dobbies are ready. Oh, look at that. Another Dreadquake battery. Looks like their archers are kind of clumped up. We're going to wait for them to... You slow any of these fools down. Let's drop the Burning Wrath here on them. You're going to start blasting away at those lads there. Let's go ahead and drop down the nuke on these three. Hobgoblins that are doing nothing, move on and start firing on these crossbows. You guys move yourselves forward. Blunderbusses move a bit forward. We'll have the Chaos Dwarf warriors move this direction. Start blasting. More Burning Wrath, please. Let's launch it at these crossbows. I guess those are just peasant archers. Even better. Guys moving. Trying to shut down the individual groups of crossbows if you can. We are definitely losing that crossbow fight. Move yourself forward. Alright, one of our hobgoblins is out of there. He's not fighting anymore. He's had enough. Get in there and shut down those peasant archers. Shotguns get blasted. Burning Wrath over here into these handguns there. Put you guys as targets as well. Hobgoblins go after those peasant archers, and then the other two hobgoblins I've got can work on these handguns. There we go. We'll get them completely surrounding here. The Dawizar versus the lands of stone and steel peasants. I think they'll fall pretty quickly. Our blend of cutthroats and ardent, hateful warriors. Move yourselves forward and get those shotguns singing. The shield's keeping them safe quite a bit there. We'll make sure these two archers are finding new targets, though. The vortex explodes in their line. The shotgun should make pretty quick work. One more shot there. Give him another volley. There you go. Pulverize that unit. Now let's switch targeting to the Lord Magistrate. Drop the leadership and melee defense on these halberdiers here. Everyone fighting is one. Shotguns are going to be ripping into that Magistrate. If you guys spread out a little bit more so they can actually all fire their bows at the same time. If they're clumped up on one another, they can't actually take shots. I tried to move forward into my own line. It didn't quite work. Kevin has excellent aim. They're going to flee on away. And those Cathayans are no more. Perfect. Of course, we have plenty of fools to round on up. And we'll be putting them to work in the mines. We managed to actually secure the decisive victory after all. Look at us. We gained 525 labor from the battle. We can gain even more, or go up and grab 700 more gold. I think we'll be all right, though. Sizable chunk from that victory itself. Wanshang and Guang was killed in battle. But of course they were. They had gold. That belongs to Kevin. Alright, we'll jump Kevin back into mid-camp stance, kind of keep him up in the fortress. Keeping an eye out for more Cathayans. we shall give you the inspiring present. Since you're going to be sitting there for a while, we want you to be passing out that experience points as much as you can. Heard, bud. We have a whole bunch more gold to work with now, but if we upgrade our mine shaft, our workload is going to explode. Since we're already about to have 400 more once the marble quarry goes in. I think we do upgrade the bivouacs now that we actually can. And then over here at Mount Greyhag, we do upgrade, or just repair the building. Then we may go for the donation barrels here at Crookback Mountain. Maybe it's smarter to have the Thane Guard in as a defensive wall. I just don't want to. We don't have the Mega Mortar over here, so it's probably a good idea to actually put in some extra defenses. These guys are fine, but those orc laborers are really, really garbage. So, as much as I would love to put in a donation barrel, I think instead we'll be smart and put in some walls.
Drazhoath the Ashen.
We have 700 gold coming in per turn, and we can pretty easily increase that by some other mines. Let's give Kevin some more soldiers. And by more soldiers, I definitely just mean a couple more archers. We'll give him 2 more archers, and then that's it. Doesn't really need much more. He's going to be defending, and if Imric tries any problems, he can kind of use his laborers as a shield wall while the Mega Mortar rains on down. The orcs, or I guess the ogres of need, are building on up pretty quickly, so we'll want to kind of keep an eye out for them for sure. Planet Treach wants a non-aggression pact.
City Commander.
Why?
No council of
You don't give me that much gold.
only Hornet am I.
You are one of the Ratkin.
Chosen.
Honestly, it's free gold. We'll take it.
Master of this clan.
What can go wrong, he said.
Master
One of the
of
mines randomly
seers.
explodes. I don't put it past him. We've got 1,100 labor in here, and we will go ahead and send some more of it off to Zarnagrund. 900 positive. We just have to make sure we have above 800 to stay good when this building goes in. So we'll need to get another fight, and if we have any more labor that is excess over here, we'll just kind of pass that on off. Oh, you can sell or sacrifice in multiple districts? That is incredible. Let's go for more sacrifices then. Yeah, we're almost all the way up to another seat before anyone has their first. That is definitely indeed the way. Also gone in the turn.
Rodney Binta Grat Baragdrel.
And Treach has been destroyed. Good thing we took the last of their gold then. Oh, another caravan. Hello there, show you in. Problem is he is not quite in Fortress's AoE. So a battle here would be a little bit more difficult.
Alpha Grimazul.
A little bit more of an actual battle there. We'll have to keep a lookout. We'll most likely fight that one, but I don't want to lose that lord over nothing. We could upgrade Crookback Mountains to a ramparts for some more raw materials. We want to save those for the gun turrets here, though. This is the question. We could upgrade the factory at the Darkhold. However, that doesn't matter so much because we can't really afford the raw materials right now. I'd love to get our towers built first, get some more mines put in, and then we can start working on armaments output. But yes, let's go ahead and upgrade the Crookback Mountain here. Drazhoath can make it up to Mount Silverspear, which is perfect. This will stamp out Clan Rictus. Let's see what he's got hiding with him.
This was
Lethal Etiquette. A new training regimen for our heroes teaches them to veil our intent beneath a sheen of civility. I guess we get interrupted by the battle itself. Oh, interesting. What is this? The Rictus Clanstone. Bonus V large plus 32. Luckily, most of our guys are rather small. Easily the most dangerous units here are going to be his warp fire throwers. Warp grinders also do way more damage than you expect. They use them as basically just charge in and activate the earthquake as soon as you can. Not a bad play, to be honest. We shall go ahead and surround this settlement here, and we shall start off our next episode eliminating Clan Rictus. For now, I am out of time for today. I've been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember, leave a like to the like god and a sub to the sub zone, and I will see you all in the next one. Ah, psych. We are coming back in for one more battle against the Caravan here of Xiao Yuan. We may have a hard time. He has a lot of archers. He definitely outnumbers us in both archer and infantry department, as we are just rolling with the normal filthy goblin laborers. But we do have the advantage with our Dreadquake battery, so as long as we use this thing to its fullest extent, probably a good idea to kind of pull up in one of these corners and try to drag them all over here at the same time. Should be a good battle here. The war. Alright, so it does look like one of the best places to deploy is going to be up here. Force them all to file up in small areas so we can drop the Dreadquake batteries on top of them. Goblin laborers up front. We do have to keep in mind that we actually do not outrange these peasant archers. They have 140 to our 130 range, so they will actually get the first volley. And since our hobgoblins have almost no armor, they'll melt away pretty quick. It's almost like a peasant archer fight. They have a lot more than we do, though. As long as you're standing in here, everyone should stick in and fight for a little bit longer. This is going to be a gnarly battle here, though. Alright, you guys should all stay in guard mode. Battle started. Move on forward a little bit so we can see where the enemy is. Otherwise, they'd be hiding over here behind. Oh, they're going to wait for us to come to them. I figured they had advantage. There they are. Okay. There's our Demon Smith forward. Let him start putting some shots in. Rotate the whole army there. Bring the boy over. Keep out launching a Burning Wrath into these Jade Warrior halberds. Move them up a bit more there. Vortex is kind of not doing much at all. I want to fight you guys over here. Here would be ideal. All I gotta do is hit him a couple more times with some spells and he should rush on over and face us. If I drop down the Dreadquake, they're just gonna dodge it. That would make me angry. Fire some more flaming mortar shells. Splash in and do some good damage there. And blending up some peasants. Blending up some peasants. How many kills are you at, bud? 7 already? That's not so bad. I'm not charging you. I need to use these Dreadquakes to eliminate most of your infantry. Bring yourself forward just a bit there. Let's launch one more of the vortices. Straight to that group of long spears. Flop. Blends it up some peasants. Still not enough, huh? Come on over. Demon Smith, let's get you moving as well. They're not having it. Oh, here they march. They're on their way now. Go ahead and set the boys up on top of the hill, so we have full advantage there, range-wise. Draw back just enough where they have to start coming up those ramps. Lob one of these into the... Oh, the spearmen are disappearing now. What I'm using? Lob one of these into... I don't know. Let's pull back just a little bit here. Pull back just a wee bit. kind of hang out. Let's drop one of your spells where we can. Looks like they're going to try to push these archers in and harass our own. Bring you down. Drop one of these right in the line. Good business. Oh, and he missed. Because they're going to start taking some shots at him, even though he's got lots of armor. He'll actually absorb some of those shots pretty well. Where you can. Get these goblin laborers moving on down to engage these crossbowmen here. Moving around, we'll have the Dreadquake in right here. Keep running, don't get stuck. Drop some of the Vortex spell in there. Move these goblins up to start firing. Dreadquake took out 2-3 units. That's exactly what we need to see. Drop the melee defense and leadership on these guys here. Go straight through the line. Don't worry about those crossbowmen or the Jade Warriors at all. We'll deal with them. Deal with these really lightly armored units first. Perfect. They started to fire, but then immediately got scared off by the goblins. Alright, Operation Push into our line. It appears to be a go. Fall back. His archers have to go. Getting bogged down in Spearman is no good. Come on out of there. Sprint on over to this next group. You guys turn and start unleashing those arrows. Goblins, come on back. Pull these guys on away. They've got us a bit outnumbered, don't they? Drop the Dreadquake in on everyone surrounding our lord here. Keep firing at who you can. Bring these laborers back, so they want to take all the free damage on them, but we just eliminated 2 more units of archers. Get him moving on that next group. I'm happy to fight them again once we've deleted their archer teams. Shot, bring these guys in as well. Keep firing. We can eliminate these clumped up groups of peasant spearmen. That'll be amazing for us. Alright, they have been defeated. Let's move up. I don't know. I think we'll want to retreat and try this battle again. Because we've weakened them quite considerably and not taking all that much damage ourselves. So let's leave the Demonsmith in, let him keep chasing fools down. And everyone else here can kind of get some shots in where they can. Any peasants they kill are ones we don't have to deal with in the next battle. Absolutely slaying this group. Start fire on them. You guys kind of pull in and start shooting those bows where you can. Some shots in on these archers. These guys are back. Turn and start firing as well. Alright, that group is returned somehow. Not so scared of them. We'll eliminate these guys here. Oh, I see. They've got 3 units that are kind of hanging out. You come up here and do battle with the Lord Magistrate there. Not over yet. Getting coated in arrows, though. Keep blasting away. You guys turn and start shooting, too. In fact, instead of doing that, let's turn and fire on this group here so you can keep running through. Doesn't long spears. Go ahead, dark subjugation this poor fool here. Drop that melee defense. Give him the old axe. Shows him as maybe winning that battle. Let's keep moving. Those guys are scared off. Let's turn and fire on them as well. Get some nice shots in on those archers. Come on there, Sorcerer Prophet. He's just a magistrate. Oh, it's right. Axe to the tummy. He is losing the battle. The Magistrate's army is fleeing. Hobgoblin is moving. First group fire on those Jade Warrior Halberds. The second group shoot at these bowmen. Another dark subjugation for these poor lads here. Hobgoblins keep moving. Find some new targets. It's a wet noodle fight over here between the Sorcerer and the Magistrate. Neither one of them are all that great in combat. Go ahead and run this way so you're not getting shot. Or not getting brought down by those Jade Warriors. You guys in the back start firing here. They're back. Start shooting. Catch them in the middle. Our boy is actually on fire himself here. Keep chopping this Lord Magistrate. Actually, let's pull them away so you can shoot one of his shots at him. One of those little flare rounds. Then we'll charge back in after that. Looks like we broke him. A fight to the bitter end. But we got plenty of lovely new gold and lots of new workers. You got arrows sticking out of your neck. I'll get you in a moment. They will take a Pyrrhic victory. They deployed at 1,500, we deployed 600, and we come away with another victory. We'll take the captives as well. Got to do a little jump all the way out of existence. See you later, bud. Haven revealed. Yeah, we already know that. And it's sort of striking from that victory there. A whole heap more gold. Looks like it has been... Man, it seems like it's been reduced a little bit, but I don't mind. Dropping the caravans and getting 20,000 gold a time seems a little bit much. We'll take Kevin, jump on back into the Black Fortress. I think for this point, we want to start giving him the access to Tyrant as well. But I also want to make sure he can win every single battle he gets into. So, tough call. I think we'll go for the Route Marcher combined with Tyrant. Just for that post-battle loot and captive income options there. We're back up to 951, so even with our drop due to control, we'll still have plenty for when the Marble Quarry is ready to go. But once again, I am out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard of War. Remember to leave a like for Light God and a sub for the sub thone, and I will see you on the next one.